Here we are headed into the NFL season, and there are still people sleeping on the fact that these games are rigged and there are computer chips and magnets inside the footballs. Now, when I tell people this, the common man on the street looks at me as if I'm stupid when I inform them that the footballs have computer chips inside, that there is indeed computer technology inside the football. Now, I think personally they use this technology to manipulate the ball while it's in midair. Let's say during a field goal kick, you can manipulate the ball and have the kick bounce off the uprights, thus causing one team to lose, one team to win, and the money switches hands in dramatic fashion. And they can control this. They can control the outcome of a final kick, let's say, by having the ball dramatically bounce off the uprights. And how do they do this? They're putting magnets and computer chips inside the balls. So all you have to do is just imagine that the field goal upright posts can also be a big giant magnet, and you can use magnetic forces to send the ball left, send the ball right, send the ball down the middle, or like I said, have the ball just bounce right off the uprights. Have you noticed an uptick in the amount of balls bouncing off the uprights? If you grew up watching football in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s or the 90s or the early 2000s, you won't remember seeing the ball bounce off the uprights that often. It seems it's only become a common occurrence ever since the NFL admittedly started putting computer chips into every football.
It's all done using a low-frequency transmitter that is integrated into the football.
This is the rechargeable battery for the device, and then here's the actual transmitter. This is the on-off switch so we can turn it off. These are the two wires from the antenna coming up into the transmitter.
And here's the key. The transmitter creates a current in the wire, which turns the ball into a pretty simple electromagnet.
So even though the NFL admits to putting computer chips into every football, still your common NFL fan, I'd say 90% of them don't even know this is going on. And of course, the NFL says they're only doing it to gather data, like acceleration and velocity, yada, yada. I don't believe that for a second. I think if these games can be rigged, they definitely are rigged. And when we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar betting industry where you can use your phone to drop insane amounts of jack on any game, including a preseason game, including the final kick during a preseason game, then you better believe they can control the outcome of said final kick. Now, this isn't the only way that this technology is being used. I also believe that this very same magnetic technology is being implemented into the players' gloves, especially wide receivers, making all those awesome one-handed catches that they routinely seem to make much easier when the ball is sticking to their hands, literally.
Hi, I'm Colin Loeffler with the Minnesota Vikings, and this is the ultimate reception. Now every kid can catch like a pro. Come take a look.
Ultimate Reception is the most innovative youth sports entertainment product in years. Players using an Ultimate Reception football and gloves are so effective they are not allowed in any high school or NCAA football game. Ultimate Reception features a patent-pending magnetic grip system that literally makes the ball stick to your hand. And with the smallest, strongest magnets in the world on your side, it usually only takes one hand.
All right, so subject one, what did you think about the Ultimate Reception?
It's amazing. You can't even drop it with the gloves. Just make a lot of catches you weren't allowed to make without the gloves. It's pretty awesome.
So how easy did it make it catching it one-handed?
Stick your glove out there and the ball sticks to it.
Good deal.
We're in an NFL equipment room. This is the place where drops go to die, where one-handed miracles happen every day. Do you know why? Because this is where they keep these new, stickier than a frog's tongue gloves. The NFL is in love with the gloves. The reviewers are raving. Wide receiver Hakeem Nicks. You don't even need to think about catching it. Hall of Fame analyst John Madden. Pretty soon these gloves are going to catch a ball without a hand in them.
I think a little grip is definitely, helps a little bit, especially when they're new. One hand is amazing, man. Amazing, man.
What do you mean?
It just sticks. It just sticks.
It sticks so often that the NFL is investigating whether these gloves make it too easy. The aluminum bat of the NFL?
No, I don't think. It's accessory. It's accessory.
It's not an aid.
No.
Because we've been going all over town, and some people are catching it pretty easy with these gloves. Like who? Like everybody. We started with the receivers at Miami's South Beach Senior High School, where we first asked them to make one-handed catches the old-fashioned way. We didn't see many. All right, High Tides, what's your record this year?
2-7.
2-7. We're going to get you better. This is our game plan. Sticky gloves. Let's do it. From here on in, you're going to catch every pass, every bus. You're going to catch colds you didn't even want to catch. This is going to do it. All ready? Gloves on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gloves! Yeah. Look at him, 6 in a row. And if you think gloves help on the football field, you ought to see what they do often.
¡Qué fácil, Dios mío! ¡Súper fácil!
Because let's face it, if somebody like me can do it, then you know, it's too easy.
Whenever I release a video exposing how the NFL is rigged, there's always at least a few NFL fanboys who haven't figured it out yet, who like to say stupid stuff like, yeah, because all these players could keep it a secret. If everyone is in on it, then how come no one has ever came forward and said anything? How come no one has ever blown the whistle? Former players have blown the whistle. Just because you're too busy watching scripted NFL games and you haven't paid attention doesn't mean that former players haven't come out and exposed the league for being rigged. Take a listen to former Super Bowl champion Dwight Smith as he spills the beans right here on just exactly how rigged the NFL really is.
Super Bowl 37 champion Dwight Smith, who was a part of that team, 2 pick sixes. We all know what he did against the Raiders. But he joins us here in the Ronnie T. Crash Show as we count down to Super Bowl Sunday. Well, I mean, this is something that no one's ever seen before. I mean, you're hosting the Super Bowl. The Bucs are in it. It's Brady versus Mahomes. I mean,
that was something I predicted at the beginning of the year. I said if the NFL wanted to have the home team in the Super Bowl, this would be the perfect year. Pandemic, people can't travel, so it's not a shock to me.
How big of an advantage do you think it will be for the Buccaneers not having to travel anywhere? Because obviously, when you were in the Super Bowl.
That's not no advantage. I don't have no advantage.
No advantage? Okay.
No.
All right, so.
That's like saying they have advantage at every home game during the year. So, I mean, it ain't like they won every home game. Y'all know all the X's and O's, man. I'm just sitting at home watching. I don't like to get into that because I don't believe the game is really decided on the field. So, I don't get into all the X's and O's and talking, man. Like I said, I played in the game. I set a Super Bowl record, and we knew every play they was running before the game started. So, hey, who am I to say?
Well, tell us about that week leading up to the Super Bowl, because that was the big thing. Bill Callahan was the Raiders coach at the time. Obviously, John Gruden had just come over. Tell us about that week of preparation leading up to the game and how it was executed by you guys. I mean, you could know which plays are coming. And
Tim Brown and Jerry Rice come out and say that they made them run Jerry Rice. I mean, John Gruden's offense?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
It was his offense, and you guys knew exactly what was coming. Did you know every single play?
They didn't run that. They didn't run that offense all year, though. Ain't it odd that you would run it when you're playing against us?
So did you guys know every play before the ball was snapped?
I'm just saying, man, the game ain't decided on the field. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, I predict who's going to be in the Super Bowl. It ain't about who has the best players. Football is entertainment. So what's the most entertaining Super Bowl? The Bucs in their first one against Patrick Mahomes has nothing to do with if these are the best teams, because we know that these aren't the best teams. The Bucs are not the best NFC team.
So who's the best team in the NFC, in your opinion?
The Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
But the Bucs beat them at Lambeau, though. I mean, the Bucs proved it. They went there. They beat Aaron Rodgers at his place.
You can say what you want, man. Like I say, the game ain't decided on the field.
And if you made it this far, thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Click that little bell notification, and I'll see you next time.